Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 45 of the year 2025 from the 3rd to the 9th of November. This is Sidereal zodiac, by the way. I must tell you, because people keep coming back and asking that is this Sidereal or tropical, is this Vedic or it's Western. This is Vedic astrology that I use, and the timings are as per the India zone. So if you want to change the timings, whatever I'm going to be addressing to, that is moon's ingress in different zodiac signs and moon's interaction with other grahas. So it is going to be based on India timings only. So you can just move clock back or clock forward depending on the west or east direction from India you are in. And it is not that difficult, of course. You do have Panchang, Drik Panchang. I use DRIKPANCHANG. So that is something that I use mostly. And of course, I have different softwares. There are 4-5 softwares also with me on my laptop. So I keep swapping and using, and there are certain things that because I use different ayamshas also as per the age groups. I must tell you this also. When I do my personal readings, very few people change the ayamshas. And there is a law which most of you don't know, that we must change the ayamsha depending on the year of birth. So well, that's something which maybe, once I start my courses, I might be able to clear that up better. But yes, the week is starting from the 3rd, as you all know, and moon is going to be ingressing the 4 signs of Pisces, Aries, Taurus exaltation, and lastly, the Gemini sign. And we do have full moon in Bharani Nakshatra on the 5th of November. And the major highlight being Mercury stationary, because as per India time at the midnight, some odd hours past 12 midnight, it is going to get retrograde on the 10th. So this week is till 9th, but Mercury will be stationary when we are talking about this week. And next week would be 2 retrogrades, that is Mercury as well as Jupiter. But Jupiter will be stationary this week onwards. And we do have other grahas also, in the description box. All the details are there. What is moon's condition? What are the other planetary positions and shifts? So do refer to the description box or the description section, where all the information is there, apart from the timestamps, because it takes time to upload and then only I can do the timestamp. So let's start with the readings. And how is this week looking like for all the 12 signs? So to start with, I would just like to share with you what exactly is happening in the sky, so that you know the planetary shifts also. And a big hello to everyone. I hope you all are doing well, and my blessings, my best wishes for everyone, and I hope you all are hale and hearty and be happy also. So yes, problems are there. We all know that there are issues in everyone's life, but we have to move on, and we have to keep doing our karma. And that is why we are here. We have to quit our karma, of course. So we will definitely be going through all these ups and downs of life. Otherwise, it is not life. So we know that this is from the 3rd to the 9th of November, which we are talking about. And moon is going to be ingressing the zodiac sign of Pisces to start with on the 3rd till the 4th afternoon, and it is going to be with Saturn, and in trine you can see there is Jupiter, Mars and Mercury also. And on the 4th, it is going to be after the say mid-morning, it is going to be transiting through the Aries sign, and is going to be till the 6th mid-morning going to be in the Aries sign itself. And in the Aries sign, it is going to be in trine to Ketu. In exaltation place from 6th mid-morning to 8th mid-morning India time, it is going to be in the Taurus sign of exaltation, and there it is going to be, this moon is going to be interacting with the opposition of Mars and Mercury also. And Saturn is looking here, not to forget, in the Taurus sign as well. And lastly, moon will be in the Gemini sign, and that's from the 8th mid-morning till the 9th. And that's where in the Gemini sign we have the trinal connection of Sun and Venus and Rahu as well from the Aquarius sign. So the air signs are in a way getting triggered up. And major most transits being Venus has already transited through the Libra sign from the 2nd till the 26th of November. Mercury is going to be in Scorpio sign from 24th October till the 23rd of November, and is going to get retrograde stationary first from the 9th onwards, 9th November. Mars is in Scorpio from 27th October to the 7th of December. Jupiter is exalted and is stationary, and since 18th of October, Jupiter is in the Cancer sign from 27th October till the 7th of December, and is going to get retrograde on the 11th of November, will get demoted and move on to the Gemini sign again on the 5th of December. Then we have Saturn retrograde, of course, since 13th of July, Saturn is retrograde till the 28th of November. It's going to be there in retrogression in the Pisces sign. So all these are the highlights. And Mercury in Scorpio definitely is audit, forensics, password claims. And Venus in Libra is softer tone for relationship, retail, aesthetics. People might just buy something or the other during this time period, but do make sure that you are following the yogas also well. Sun is there with Venus, and this is forming a Nicha Bhanga for Sun, and Venus is forming a Malave Yoga. Also, I've done a video on the same. Please do watch that as well. And Jupiter is exalted, and this is provisioning food, water, shelter, and this is emotional sign of Cancer. It's going to be stabilizing the energies of Scorpio and Pisces with this Jupiter exalted. And Mars is in Scorpio, not to forget, surgeon energy, decisive repairs, cuts, cleanups, all that will happen. Saturn will say rules, protocols in water, health systems. You must also understand whenever there are health issues, we have to see the 6th house of the natural zodiac, that is Virgo sign, as well as the Pisces sign. Pisces is the sign of hospitalization. So whenever we talk about the protocols, health related, or anything to do with lungs related issues or any kind of inflammation, etc., we see the Virgo and the Pisces axis also. So if you are having any issues health wise, check those. And when Saturn was transiting Capricorn sign, it was in trine to the Virgo sign and to the Taurus sign, so people had issues in the taste also. Taste buds went off. Kartik Purnima, Dev Dipavali, Guru Nanak Jayanti is on the 5th of November, and Purnima, that is full moon, is in the Bharani Nakshatra. Moonrise on Purnima is at 5:11 to 5:27 depending on the city in India, and the Nakshatra is Bharani, and Venus definitely is also in its own zone. So diplomacy, taste, balance, that's the key theme. And then on the global plane, if we talk about the energies when moon is in the Pisces sign, advisories, visas, hospitals, because it's in the 12th sign of the natural zodiac. So prioritize crowd control and water safety around ghats, city fronts, etc. Because people on the day of Deepavali, they generally go for holy dips also, holy dip in India. So maybe, that time we have to be careful around the ghats. Ghats are the bank of river, that is Ganges, or we can say Yamuna. So all these get little you have to be little careful on that, and city fronts also. Then Tuesday, that is on the 4th afternoon, it is going to be action bias, transport, policing, defense, sports, keep tempers down, paperwork, Mercury slows and stations. And then we have in Taurus sign, this is going to be from the 6th to the 8th. So this is the time when money, food, farm, retail supports hospitality, decor, quality over flash. And then Gemini, 8th mid-morning to the 9th, it is going to be moon in the Gemini sign. So media, telecom, short travels, near midnight, it is going to be news, whipsaws, and double check tickets and devices. And markets, when moon is in the Pisces, defensives and hospitals and water supplies, etc., we have to focus on. And logistic, defense, autos, they will go in headline when moon is in the Aries sign on the 4th afternoon to the 6th morning. Don't chase spikes. And also Taurus, because whenever Mercury is going to get stationary, you need to take care of your business as well as your tongue, your communication, and your market. Market is very trendy, very volatile, as it is Mars is also conjunct this Mercury. So we need to be very careful. FMCG, when it is moon interacting with Mars and Mercury right opposite each other, so that is when 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning, moon is going to be in Taurus sign. So quality plus cash flow, FMCG, agri inputs, insurance, retail, beauty perk up because of Venus is in the Libra sign. Lastly, 8th mid-morning till the 9th, moon is going to be in the Gemini sign. So this can bring about some media or IT that is going to be little jumpy, so you have to be careful, and communication travels, around that also we have to be very careful, and safety measures need to be adopted. Also, river coast crowding, that can also bring about some issues. And whenever there is new moon, full moon time, so it is high tide or low tides, so we have to be careful. It's Dev Deepavali on the 5th, and Guru Nanak Dev birthday also. So you can simply just light 2 lamps in the northeast direction in the evening time. That's something everybody can do. Light a lamp in the evening in the northeast or east direction. And also, just follow road discipline also during this week at least. Verify your alerts before sharing. Okay. Now, I think this is what is the key theme, and I'm sure if you have any questions, definitely I will answer your questions in between the sign wise readings. If you have anything important to share, you can relate it to the video itself. So this is about moons ingress in the 12, 1, 2, 3 signs. Okay, so you can check with me. So don't panic trade or launch big features this week, I would suggest, and reconfirm your tickets. It can bring about some back and forth, and also, tidy your finances also during this week. Test your tech, your gadgets well, as it is Mercury is going to slow down. So your receipts, your warranties, all that you need to put a constant check. Put it in the scheduler. It'll really help you all. Also, as regards to remedies, very generic remedies I'm going to be writing here, so that you guys can just make a note of these also. And I just told you to light 2 diya, ghee diya, or you can light tea light, candle, whatever suits you in the northeast direction on the 5th, because it is Deva Deepavali also. And also, sun is going to be in Libra sign, so in the morning you can just water the sun god or do the Surya Namaskar, that is Surya salutations. That is also very, very good. And also, if you can, maintain good relationship with your co-workers as well as your seniors and bosses this week. Just be cordial, because sun is in debility and moon is in the sign where sun exalts, right opposite this week. So that is something, and you must choose durability plus comfort. And if you can light small ghee lamp on the Fridays evening time near your altar or goddess Mahalakshmi, if you can worship, or you can just, if you don't have Mahalakshmi's image or idol, simply just think of her, so that she just keeps keeps showering her love, her your financials and good health, never ever you are deprived of. Just think of her and you're good to go. And light a lamp in the evening on Friday especially. Okay. And Mercury is also in Scorpio, so to maintain that, you might just be aggressively, maybe trend, in your shares and investments. So just for that, 11 calm breaths before any sharp words, any sharp decision or impulsive decision. 11 sharp breaths you should take before signing any agreement, or because Mercury is turning retrograde. So that is a very key information and key remedy everybody should do when you feel that there is some sharp email or sharp words or some speech related, communication related gap is there, or there is some issue in the family that you are experiencing. So you must actually perform this remedy. 11 calm breaths, inhale, exhale, and then you will be calm. And or if you can't do it, at least recite Om. Om. Gyan Mudra. 3 times. This you should recite. This humming sound, then just sit in silence for some time and feel the vibrations on your face. So you will be on the calming side, and you're good to go. Then email, yes, now I'm calm. So that is how I do. When I have too many things, it's overwhelming at times. I have a reading, I have a video, I have to perform some rituals at home. I am a housewife also. I have to do so much for my family also. So at times it is very difficult to coordinate and to balance things. So I sit for some time, forget everything, sit for some time, take 11 breaths, inhale, exhale, and you're good to go, because your mind is in center and you are in a like your energy levels are also in balance. So Jupiter is there, so offer great. It's in the sign ruled by moon, so you can offer kheer, or rice or pudding. This is a rice pudding with sugar added to it and milk added to the rice. So you can offer it to the needy. You can just on the Purnima night, you can keep it under the moonlight, and you can consume it in the morning. That also you can do if at all you have a weak moon, and you must keep some rice by your bedside in the night and donate it in the morning to the needy also. That is the remedy that I keep giving everyone for a weak moon. So that is how the rice will reach those people with whom you have to quit your karma. So the better, the faster and the earlier, the better for you all. Okay, support a caregiver or a child's study. That is also something you can do. Just give some donation, something where you can help someone. Okay, and that's what I can say during this week. It is definitely very positive week for one and all. And let's start with the readings. And as you know, it is based on the ascendant, moon sign, as well as the Shah sign wise. So I have made several parts, several small videos where you can definitely refer to what is the Shah sign wise reading, please. So there are short videos there, so it'll be helpful. Now for Aries natives, moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, 2nd and 3rd houses. Whenever moon is in the 12th house, you must understand that this might just bring about some disturbance in your life. Like, maybe you're not this is a denial of home comforts, or maybe you want to be in isolation. There's unnecessary and unwanted expenditure I have generally seen with this moon in the 12th house zone. And also, you will be thinking about your past, what happened, what didn't, what I missed on. Maybe you have to meet a childhood friend also during this time period. You can be daydreaming, you can be very emotional, sentimental. Also, there can be that you are going to be releasing some past pain or some past karma in a way. You're releasing that. That is why it is the isolation zone. You're thinking about all of that. And also it is good for insurance clearance, and if you have to finish any hospital work, or if you have to do some kind of expenditures on women, or you have to help someone who's in the hospital and clear their bills. So this is also, in any which ways you're going to be spending some money. So it could be hospital, it could be travel, it could be that you're going to be spending on someone as charity also. Don't get carried away in charity, I always say. And also money will be spent on things that you really did not plan on this day. So that is from the 3rd to the 4th afternoon. So just see to it that you don't become lazy on this day. Don't push your standards to that lower standard. This is where moon says work and maintain that standard. Maybe there can be a bit of quarrel with someone, with your relatives or your friends. So mind your speech and language. You can be in isolation because of Saturn also being there. This might just bring about some mourning. You're thinking of the past, you're repenting, the regret is there, why I did that, why I didn't do that. So all these things can also trigger. Always remember that 1, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11 houses are the only places where moon does well. So when moon is in the 12th house, it is something which you might feel little uncomfortable of. Maybe some sleep disorder is there, lack of sleep is there, you're working overtime, and also Saturn is there. So it might just say, oh, just do things in a very meticulous way, finish your task and do things for yourself. Don't doom scroll, and also sleep and file claims if you have to. Then moon moves into your first house on the 4th afternoon to the 6th morning, and then Ketu is in trine, and that is where first house is a good transit, because you are just going to be starting something fresh, something new, and you are thinking of growth also. So because the cycle has just begun now, it has just started again, so you will have that clear mind, what do you really want, what do you want to initiate, what is it that you want to work on, and how you can improvise also, and how you can just work on your future 27 days that we are heading to, with moon in the starting part. And then the cycle will come to an end when it reaches the 12th house after 27 days. So this is good for achievement, it is good for visiting your motherland, or you can also be doing something regards to your home front also. Good for conveyance, good for relationship, higher status, promotion. As per the classic text, it's a Raja Yoga, because 4th lord is in the first house. So this is good for happiness, luster of body, improvement, literature, shastras. Also you will be good at your intellect, you will be doing something important on this day. And as it is, when there is this moon in the first house, we do have Bharani, full moon also, you must understand. So this is good for finances. If you want to negotiate on this day with something, so you can do that also. Write the scope, timeline, who does what, all that you can do as well. Don't accept vague deliverables during this time. And also this is a good time to complete the deal or close the deal with politeness. Okay. And as it is, when it is the full moon, it is like a culmination energy. Now this is going to be a waning moon. That means it is splitting away from sun's light, and the light is going to dim out. So this is a good time if you want to start any kind of fitness program, because if you want to lose weight, this is a good time to do so. Jupiter is in the Cancer sign, so this is the time you should work on your health and on your fitness, because Jupiter in the water sign makes you grow fat, and it is an expansive energy. Water retention will increase. So this is something, when you want to reduce, you can start a fitness program so that you are fit and you are healthy. It doesn't mean that you are gaining weight. It's also sometimes people lose weight also, they don't even realize. Also Rahu is there in the 11th house, so you need to be cautious about your friend circle that you're moving around in. Then moon gets exalted also on the 6th mid morning till the 8th mid morning, and here it is going to be opposite Mars and Mercury also, not to forget, in the 2nd house of yours. It is exalted after all, so this is a good energy for you guys, if you want to work on your budget, etc. But it is not going to give you timely meals. Remember, you might just skip a meal, you might just be planning something financially. It might just cause temporary money problem also. Maybe there's some expenditure you did not plan for. It might just be a little disturbing day. You might spend more time on cooking, or maybe there's a gathering in the family, or you're taking your family out for lunch or dinner, and this is also a good day for connecting with your friends, your family emotionally also. You can connect with them, tell them that you're going through this, or some kind of issue that you're having in the budgets. So you have to plan everything, and you can straight away tell them that this is something which I am going through. So this is going to be helpful for you guys. Okay. And also, if you want to renew a subscription, pay your bills, you can do it on this day. Some kind of subscription renewal is due and you've not paid, so this is a time you can do so as well. And also there can be some unwanted expenditure also on this day. Just don't show off. This is not the day to purchase anything that you don't want it. And also you might just feel a little tired and exhausted, and don't just develop any kind of enmity or jealousy, because Mars and Mercury are also in the 8th house, without any reason. Don't develop enmity. Eyes may be afflicted. Take care of your eyesight also. And in case you have any kind of suffering that you have been having health wise, so this is the day when it can aggravate also, because it is the exalted moon. So when moon is exalted in the 2nd house, you tend to have too much of food, or too much of sweets, or too much of maybe sugar coated talks also, it is said. But you're worried about your finances, and you're worried because Venus is in the 6 places away from itself, though it is in a good placement also, but still you need to plan and work on your subscription, work on your finances also. And also if you want to take some loans, debts, etc. So this is like some kind of loans you want to repay, you can do that, or you want to realize some money from others, you can do this on this day as well. This is good if you are, just with your family on the peaceful plane. And lastly, 8th mid morning till the 9th moon is going to be in your third house. Third house is Gemini, and third house means that this is definitely a very positive placement. So this is good for happiness, comfort, satisfaction from all sides. Maybe childbirth also, clothing, jewelry, ornaments, and also this is going to give you that self-confidence as well. You're going to be connecting with your siblings, you're going to be courageous, you're going to be having some new confidence, some new meaning in your life during this time. So you're going to be working on your short journeys and travels and communication. Maybe you're going to be starting something new also on this day, maybe selling off your property and using those funds somewhere else. So this is a good time for that. And also schedule your buffers and back up your devices. Don't send sharp emails on this day. Avoid, and be watchful with your neighbors and friends also, because the Lord of this is in the 8 places away. So this can bring about some issues in your communication also. But do remember that it's good for investments. You might just get good chunk of money on this day, because the 3 Shaddai ruler, if it's in the 8th house with Mars, it is minus plus kind of a situation. The Lagnesh is also in the 8th house, so it is giving strength to these areas. So if you are having any health issues, you'll be able to recover from that also. You will get that treatment that you were waiting for. Overall, a good week for you. And Mercury is going to be stationary, and it's going to be moving, inching backwards gradually in the retrogression mode. So this is like, you have to be little cautious about your investments by the 9th, so that you are, whatever you want to make the profits, etc., and park the funds, do it before the 9th. Then Mercury turns retrograde, it will be little slow, the market can be sluggish, volatile, Mars is there, so you need to plan everything really well. So that's the experience that I have seen whenever Mercury is retrograde. Something major happens for sure, something which you have not planned for happens. Okay, and also there will be some new opportunities by the end of the week, and there can be some new sense of freedom, some unplanned trips, grocery shopping also can happen, cooking, or also gossiping. So just see if you can avoid. For this was for Aries, right? This was for the Aries. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Taurus. Somebody's asked for Taurus only the question, so I'll take it up. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 11th, 12th, 1st and 2nd houses. So 11th house transit is definitely very positive for you guys. If at all you have to plan your party, your reunion. So this is a definitely positive time period for you guys. And this is good for, maybe some comforts, happiness, friendship, and also maybe you will be getting relief from your health issue that you have been going through. So 3rd to the 4th afternoon, very good time, and also you will learn some mathematics, or you'll be doing some kind of calculation. Maybe you are going to be connecting with your paternal uncle or aunt also. This is a good time period. When moon is in your 11th house, this is good for network, referrals, formalizing committees, etc. And also, Cancer sign is in your 3rd house. So this will boost messaging also. Ask for testimonials. Don't mix loans with friendship. This is not a right thing to do. I don't do it generally. This is something which I avoid. And as regards to your relationship, this is this is something which will create some kind of confusion this week, because Mercury is also going to get retrograde. 2nd Lord is turning retrograde. It's in the 7th house, so it can cause some issues during the week. As week moves on, Mercury is going to be getting stationary also, so you need to be careful about your relationship any which ways in your Mercury and Mars in your 7th house zone. Then moon moves into your Aries sign, that is 12th house, and that's happening on the voice is breaking. Voice is breaking. Is the voice breaking? I can upload it later. Don't worry. I'll upload it later. Okay. If at all it's breaking. I'll upload it in the video section again. So when we talk about the 12th house energy, it is from the fourth afternoon to the sixth morning, and that's where you can experience some issues, some health issues. Maybe you're going to be connecting with somebody in the hospital, you're going to be paying the bills, you might just have to leave your country or place, or you have to travel without any planned way, not in a planned way. This is also the house of isolation. You can have some issues in your relationship, you can have some expenditures which you have not planned for. Food can be of bad quality that you're consuming also on this day, so be careful of what you eat. If you're eating something outside, so you should just be cautious about that also. There can be no maybe not timely meals also, I've seen, when moon is in the 12th house in the Aries sign. So quiet preparation behind the work scenes, and behind the scenes you will be working, maybe at the place of work, you're traveling, or your siblings are traveling. So either or these kinds of things might happen. Let me see why the voice is breaking. Let me see. Is the voice still breaking, everyone? Can someone tell me? Okay, never mind. I'll fix it up for you guys. Don't worry. So what's happening here? Then moon is going to be exalted in your first house, and that's when 6th mid morning to the 8th morning. It is going to be mid morning. It is going to be in your first house. So first house is going to bring about clarity, steadiness. It's just a start of the things again. So it is definitely very positive for you guys, and you might just be very emotional. You might just connect with those people you have not connected from a long time. Purchase of property to overall happiness, and reputation also. Enhancement in reputation. Also, there is a likelihood that you will be getting into hospitality. You might just be in the retail chain. Don't spend unnecessarily on these days, especially. Okay, I don't understand why people don't come back and tell me and give me the feedback. They give me the feedback that voice is not coming, but they don't say when the voice is coming. That's really strange. It is so distractive. So if you can just if you are not able to hear me clear, please do wait. I will send the video again on the video sections. It's okay. These are live sessions, so you must understand the internet will definitely be it will be spiky. It'll come and go, so please bear with me. Okay, so I'll upload it. So now what is happening in the first house of yours? The cycle is now starting again. So now when the cycle starts, it's going to be giving you that energy and zeal again. You are the initiator. You want to do things now. So it can be anything to do with steadiness. It is good for your service industry. It is good for your growth, channelizing your energies also, billing, pricing, etc. if you want to do. And do not spend too much money on this day also. I would suggest, if you want to, you should actually keep the money in reserve, and if there is something very important, only then spend on, because then moon will be in your second house also. It is good for conveyance, it's good for high status, it is good for inherent features of the Raja Yogas which are forming, because the third lord is in the second house. So it is good, and as it is, we have a moon and Mars opposition also on this day. So this is definitely very positive for you for finances. Some financial growth can be anticipated. Good fortune is going to smile on you. You might just eat delicious food, perfumes, luxurious items, and also sexual pleasures. Then moon moves into your second house, Gemini sign, and that's happening from the 8th mid morning till the 9th, and that is something where you will be having this moon transiting through your third house, through your second house in Gemini sign. So this is like going to be bringing about some issues in the family. Income can be little disturbing. Some expenditure has happened, so your saving is depleted, so it is going to give you some issues in your mental setup also. And also there can be some illness or suffering, or there can be some eye trouble also, and this can bring about some issues to the pregnant ladies, so you have to eat right on this day, especially when moon is in your second house. And also this is going to be the time when moon is in the second house. Generally I've seen that there is some temporary problem which can cause financial issues or some fluctuation in the finances. Also, you might just be cooking food or inviting people at home. This is a peaceful day for you guys, so this is good for billing, pricing, and clientele, dealings. And also don't underprice whatever the products you're dealing in. Okay, and we have full moon that is happening in your 12th house, so you need to take care of your health any which ways, and then you will be having some planning that you need to do. Maybe there's some work which is lying pending, you need to finish off. So this 5th of November is a good day for completing that, because it's a full moon day, so the moon is bright, so you can just complete. And you can be very poetic when moon is in the 12th house. I've seen people write poetry, people sing bhajans also when moon is in the 12th house. So good for you. And then there is a full moon to top it all, so you can be very emotional. So I think you should donate rice in the morning after keeping them by your bedside. That's a very good remedy for you guys also. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. Alright, so for Gemini natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, 12th and first house lastly. So when moon is in the 10th house, this is the time when you will be in the public view, in the public eye. You will be in the limelight, or you're looking for that limelight. It is a very benefic placement, by the way, for moon, but Saturn is also there, not to forget. So maybe with the governments, you can have some paperwork issue on this day. Maybe you'll be connecting with some VIPs and you're going to be discussing something very important on this day. So this is good for learning mantras, shastras, or visiting a religious place. And also it is good for maintaining good health, and you're working on your health on this day. Some good acts you should do. Maybe you can give some donations on this day. You can just maybe get those honor and status at the workplace, and you're going to be donating for that reason. Charity, when you're happy, only then you do it, or maybe you have extra, only then you want to do it for others. At times it so happens that if we can do it unconditionally, all the more better. And also sun, if you can see, is in debility, and there's a Neecha Bhanga forming. So this is good for creativity without ego. And also this will be the time period when you will be feeding the resources also. You will definitely be saving some money, because Jupiter is in your second house as well, in the trine to this moon. So it's a good transit for you. Overall, it's a good transit for you. And also it is good for your panels, alliances. Also your maybe there is something about your, when moon is in the Aries sign in the 11th house, you might just connect with your friends circle. You may contact your relatives and get help from them. Also it is good for your monetary gains, and good for reconciling with your subordinates, also your servants or your attendants, or maybe success in the efforts that you have put in. So maybe you will find someone in your family, you can gel well. You might just be throwing a party or connecting with your community also. And also this is good for alliances, as I said. Maybe there's some MOU or some documentation that you're going to be doing and signing on this day. So this is good, but at the same time Ketu is in trine, so don't overcommit, don't overpromise. Suppose you can do 50% of the job, so don't say that I can complete it, or don't say that I can do it 80 to 70 to 80% of this job today. Don't overcommit in case you cannot do it. If you can't perform, then moon is going to be in the Taurus sign on the 8th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning in the 12th house of yours. So this is like back office, health, backups, favor, repairs and audits on this day. Perfect for IT tickets, clinics, SOPs, etc., because it's the 12th house. And also it is a place where you're in the isolation zone, and as it is there is a Mars and Mercury opposition as well, not to forget. So this can bring about some called for are unexpected expenditures. Maybe somebody's in the hospital and you're paying the bills, or there can be some expenditure on the women counterpart also. You may lose money on things that you did not think of. You can be very poetic, you can be very systematic also, in your thought process. You're working on what happened, what I should not be doing, because you're learning from your mistakes. When moon is in the 12th house, it's the end of the cycle, so you're just working on yourself. Okay, I can do this, I can do that. Remedies I've given in the beginning part. If you do those remedies, is definitely going to help you, especially on these days, because it's a full moon, as well as the Taurus energy also prevalent, and you might just lose money in many ways on this day. So don't invest on this time period. And as it is, we have a Mercury stationary retrograde, so the market is going to be volatile, with Mars also conjunct this Mercury. So don't engage in quarrels with your team, and don't develop any kind of enmity on this day, especially these 2 dates. Then moon is going to be in the first house, so again the cycle is beginning, no? So when the cycle is beginning, that means you're good to go. You're starting to look forward to the bigger picture. You're thinking of getting good results, good for progeny, good for learning something new, good for conveyance, purchasing of property, higher status, connecting with your elders, taking their blessings. Also, you're going to be very satisfied, you're visible. You're going to be completing the task that you have been assigned. So there is a chance of learning some ancient, maybe some kind of text, or maybe you're going to be reading see, I love to read the second chapter of Gita, Bhagavad Gita. That is something which I really am fond of, especially when I have this kind of combination in the sky also. So you can also, do it, and just be careful about the typing errors and all that. So you need to be calm also. So for that, at times when I'm overwhelmed, I read the text, classic, books also, from Brihat Parashara Horashastra to Brihat Samhita and all that, or I take up the Bhagavad Gita, which is right here. So I just pick it up and I just start reading the chapter number 2, which says, do your karma, perform your duty, do your karma. So that is something which everybody should understand. And we're here temporarily. We have to do our duty and go. So quit your karma and go. And this is also when, on the 8th mid-morning till the 9th, when moon is in your first house. So this is good for satisfaction, because you're going to be feeling good about, because after the 12th house, it is in the first house. So you have completed something, you are satisfied. Now you have learned your mistakes, you've learned your lesson, because 27 days moon had crossed all the zodiac signs, and now it is again come to this the first one. So it is good for your happiness, satisfaction, luster of the body. You're very energetic, initiator, you're enthusiastic about things. So you might just purchase a perfume, you might just purchase a gadget. Just be careful, because we're heading to a Mercury retrograde. So just be careful about the typos, error in communication, etc. Also because of this Mercury retrograde. So send concise dates, whatever calendar planning you're doing, and don't announce bigger projects that you are going to be doing in the future. So avoid between this Mercury retrograde phase till the 29th of November. Once it gets direct, stationary direct, things are going to get better for you any which ways. Okay, so just a matter of time, and 3 weeks you can just have patience. Don't go don't get carried away and make decisions which you can keep them pending, regards to education, regards to your investments, regards to communication, regards to travel, because Mercury rules all these things, all these areas. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, moon is going to be in your 9th, 10th, 11th and 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th also this week. So when we talk about the 3rd and the 4th afternoon, moon is going to be in the Pisces sign conjunct Saturn, is going to be trying to Jupiter, is going to be trying to Mars and Mercury in the 9th house. This is a good transit, for travels, etc. If you want to meet your guru and learn something new. So this is definitely going to be a very positive time period for you guys. As regards to your, confidence also, your writing, your publishing, and also this is good for your teaching, visa, PR, or studying something new, upskilling yourself. This is going to give you that confidence. I want to learn more now. Suddenly you will have that. And also you will be getting tempted towards new relationships also during this time. Fame name will spread because it is the ninth house, so it is going to be good for your comforts, happiness, pleasure tips, and also engaging in services at the temples or any kind of spiritual centers you can connect with, because it's a Pisces sign after all. Then moon moves into your 10th house, and that is where Aries sign is. So maybe if you have to complete some kind of paperwork, etc., you can do it. Submit applications if you want to, from the 9th to the 10th house, 4th afternoon to the 6th morning. It's a good time. Ketu is there in trine to this, so save money. Don't spend on things that you really don't need, or you can just defer. This might be the day when you are connecting with the government, VIPs, efforts will be succeeded. You might just learn some mantra, tantra, shastras, reading some books which are going to give you that relief also. You're going to be very courageous. You're going to be recovering from your health disease if you are having any. So this is a good time period, a fulfilling day for you. And 2 days especially, from the 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning. So technically it is 6th and the 7th when you'll be at your workplace. So this is a very engaging and a very productive day for you. So you're going to be getting the respect, and people are going to acknowledge you. Oh, you did this, So stay courteous about your facilities, work from home needs, if you have to. Also, moon is going to be in your 11th house in the Taurus sign, exalted on the 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning. Now, this is good for allies, patrons, gains, improves your decor, home, hospitality, with moon in this zone. Host thoughtfully. Don't overspend, on your friendship or your relationship. Just throwing a party and, just wasting your time here and there is not going to help you. Okay. So, when it is in your 11th house, this is also the time period when you can maybe, get support from your subordinates, from your co-workers, maybe your attendants, your house help. You will people come to me, oh, my house help is troubling me a lot. Especially in India, that's a big time trouble, to find a good house help who can be with you for 24 hours, 24/7, and to get and also part-timers, they trouble a lot. So that is the reason, when moon is in your 11th house, this is the day, or when moon is in the 6th house, hire your, maid on that day, or hire your attendants on this, a driver. So anybody you want to hire, you can do the hiring when moon is transiting your 11th house, 6th house, or the 3rd house also. So this can give you some kind of maternal relatives who can give you some trouble here and there, somebody. But yeah, you can make some good friends outside the circle that you're moving around in. And also, this is good for, this is a good day where you can spend a lot of money also, investment wise. So you can go ahead with it, especially, between the 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning. So you can invest and you can sit. Market is down, okay, let me invest, and then you will definitely see that it going up when Mercury is retrograde. So just don't panic. It might just go, it can be volatile, or it can go down also. Market can dip. So don't worry, it is going to rise after Mercury goes direct in the first week of December or second week of December-ish. Then moon goes to your Gemini sign, that is the 12th house, 8th midnight to the 9th, and it is going to be in trine to Venus, Sun, and Rahu energy is also there. So you need to take care of your sleep first of all, and it's an isolating energy. You're communicating with yourself, you're poetic, you're communicating, you're writing, maybe you're making some presentation, or maybe you're catering to someone in the hospital, or you're doing some retreat program, because you're just in the isolation zone when moon is in the 12th house. So your self-talking is going on, and also maybe there is some creative scripts that you're writing, and you're renewing your policies, insurance, health checks, etc. also happen when moon is in the 12th house. It has to take you to the hospital if at all not taking rest yourself. So this can bring about some disturbance in the mental peace also, some unnecessary and unwanted expenditure you did not plan for. That is when moon is in the 12th house. So money should be spent very wisely on these days, and there can be, because it's the last sign for you, last house where moon is transiting. So the circle is coming to an end of 27 days. So you're now thinking, what did I do, what I didn't do, whenever it is. So just see how you can mend your ways to be a better person, be better in your work, be more productive where you missed out on. So all these things you will be working on or thinking when moon is in your 12th house. You can see for yourself what did you do on this day. As it is, if you can see, there is a Venus and Sun in trine to Rahu as well. So this can bring about that insecurity. You might just feel, oh my God, what is happening in my life? How will I survive? I don't have a job. Oh my God, I have not got any savings. Example, etc., etc. Like these, you might just get into that zone. Don't become lazy. Write down the good points and the bad points in your life, whatever is happening, your situation, how you can improve. Write everything, plan and coordinate everything. I'm telling you, it really helps because you have a communicating sign, writing sign in your 12th house. So the more you write, the more you journal, you will get clarity. And whatever is not working your way, just strike it out. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need to do this. So if you are good, if you are coordinating well, I'm sure you're good to go when the cycle begins next week, when moon is going to be in the Cancer sign. So don't lose your temper on this day. Don't engage in quarrels and don't become lazy. Okay, push your standards high in life. Always remember, 12th house is when you can work on yourself better. Okay, this is the time when you will be self-pitying also. This is the time when you will be doing the self-talk also. Where is it that that difficulty that you're experiencing, you will be out of it also once the cycle begins. Okay, I've given the remedies in the beginning part. Do hear them as well. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. All right. For Leo natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th houses. See, 8th house transit generally is little disturbing. It is about taking things one thing at a time. It is a slow movement kind of a time period. So you can be, maybe because it's a Chandrashtama after all, and Saturn is also there. So it's Ashtama Shani also for you. Kantaka Shani, Ashtama Shani, or you can call any by any names. But remember, this is the time when you should not involve in any kind of litigation, any kind of health. You should not visit a doctor on this day. I avoid when my moon is in the 8th house. Something will be, I'll be in oblivion, or there will be something which is not clear, or the waiting time is too much. Especially in India, there is a lot of waiting time. So I don't go on the Chandrashtama day, even if my appointment is fixed, even if I know the doctors. There are so many doctors have done their astrology also and their family's astrology also, so I don't have to wait for longer duration. But at the same time, what happens, the doctor gets stuck somewhere. So what happens? You can't help it. So your 8th house moon does all of that. So there can be some mental agony that you have to go through. So in case you're having any plans for insurance, taxes, inheritance, all that you can discuss when moon is in the 8th house. But this is not the time for compliance. This is not the time for association. This is not the time for doing things which are going to be giving you some kind of if you think that it is going to give you relief, you can't. So you need to take care of your health on this day. Do not think evil. Don't think of hardships that you've gone through. You might just make wrong decisions on this day, so do not get carried away in your investments also. Also, one more thing I wanted to say was, when Venus is with Sun, a very famous and a popular actor or actress passes away. So whenever Venus is in Libra, remember, and whenever Sun and Venus are together, Sun is authority, Sun is famous also, fame. So famous personality, film industry person, can pass away. So that is something I wanted to share in the beginning. I forgot. So maybe, you can just make a note, and if there is anything of that sort, so do let me know. If God forbid, but maybe someone who's old age or, is suffering from a long time might just be in the news. So do let me know if there is some news as per your place and your country. Okay. And 8th house is definitely, if moon is here, if you are in the dasha of Jupiter, if you are in the dasha of Shani and moon, so this can bring about or aggravate things even more, because Ketu is in your lagna any which way. So this can bring about some health issues, digestive disorders. Eat right, I would suggest. Okay. Then moon moves into your 9th house on the 4th 4th afternoon to the 6th morning. So ninth house energy is definitely a very positive energy for reading text, learning more, enhancing your skills, also writing, publishing. That confidence level is very high. And we do have on the 5th, we do have Bharani full moon also. So this is a good time period for joining a new job. You might just have a confidence level on this day. So good for you guys if you have any proposal, travels, learning some rules, also reading books, like scripture, spirituality, connecting with your gurus, mentors, etc. Submitting forms, some visa form application you have to fill in. Plan your routes well. All this will get triggered up when moon is in your ninth house, and it's good for comforts, happiness, pleasure trips, etc. If you want to plan a vacation, so you can take a break and do that as well. Name and fame will also be enhanced when moon is here in your ninth house zone. Then here it is also in trying to Ketu, so you are going to be maybe visiting a spiritual place or a religious place also when moon is here. And then moon moves into your 10th house in the Taurus sign, and that's from the 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning. So before to that it was 4th afternoon to the 6th morning, and then 6th mid-morning to 8th mid-morning is going to be in your 10th house. Now 10th house is about career stability. It is going to give you very good results. All efforts will be you will succeed in those, and also connecting with the governments, VIPs, paperwork, any kind of drama which you were having at the place of work will also be resolved. So that is in your favor. You'll be having good ideas. Maybe you'll be sharing new ideas with your co-workers, with your mentors, with your superiors, and you're going to be accepted also. In case you want any wish fulfillment, like a bonus or increment, etc. So this is a good time. You might just be having a good status and career stability and good presentation design. Maybe you're going to be working on that as well. And also this is good for maintaining your logs, and some productive energies are going to be there. And also your health is going to improve, and it's good for your religious belief system also. Maybe you will be traveling to a religious place on this day, and your status is definitely honor, accolades you're going to be getting. Lastly, moon is going to be in your 11th house on the 8th midnight till the 9th. That is when moon is in the Gemini sign. So client, paperwork, partnership, maybe you're going to be changing some prices, etc. You should avoid though, but you're going to be changing your pricing. You're going to be working on some important projects. 11th house transit is good for you for monetary gains. So maybe you're going to be getting whatever issues you're having with at the place of work, somebody's asking. So that's because of your Saturn looking at your 10th house in the Vakra Drishti, and Rahu's in the Kendra, Ketu's in the Kendra, Mars is in the Kendra. So all the malefic influences are there in your 4 pillars. So this is why this is bringing about those issues. And Venus is your 10th lord also, mind you. So this can bring about some issues because the Lagnesh and Venus are together. You might just find another one after the 28th November, don't worry. And when moon is in the 11th house, communicate with your seniors and co-workers also, connect with them, the previous ones. And this is good for success in your efforts. It's a productive time for you, 8th mid-morning till the 9th. So if you want to connect with the old friends or some associates or someone who can help you in finding a job, so this will be a good time period to do so. And as regards to marriage, it is not going to be that great a period until unless your Saturn is getting direct. So not just that, because I keep getting this question every time when I'm doing the live session. So I would request you to book a reading with an astrologer of your choice you're comfortable with, and seek help and advice, because you need some kind of remedy also for your mental peace. And see, whenever there is an issue in the marriage, I always say that the partners need to work on reconciliation together. If there is some kind of behavioral pattern which needs to be changed, so both of you should go to the astrologer or a counselor and discuss things openly. So that wherever the counselor or the one who is guiding you, is guided you, it stops. Then starts the work of the astrologer. Where the psychiatrist work ends, that is when the astrology starts. So we are when the doctor says that this can't be cured or this can't be treated this way, then you go to the astrologer. Astrologer will tell you that this time period is not that favorable for you. You start your treatment in this so and so period, you are good to go. If you are going for a divorce or a separation, don't do it during this time. I suggest that wait. Maybe, after this transit and this dasha, things will get better for you. So if it is a bad dasha, you can definitely try to work on your behavioral pattern and you will definitely change. Okay. So don't worry about it. Things are going to change. If at all, you are working on yourself also. Okay. Your perspective is very important. Your dasha is very important. And so is the dasha of your partner. Okay. I know you know what I mean and whom I'm addressing it to. Okay. Thank you. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo sign. Okay. All right. So for Virgo natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th houses. Okay. It's a little, it takes time. So 7th house is, when moon is in the 7th house, there's a Shani also there. 7th house transit is not considered to be that good for moon because, it is going to be bringing about some emotional, you can be very emotional, you can be too pleasure oriented, you're very happiness oriented, but Saturn is there. For that reason also, it is not considered to be that good, as it is the 11th lord in the conjunct Saturn. So it is giving you some maturity in sensible approach towards your relationship also. It's not that you're not understanding things, but yeah, it does give you that edge. So you might just be connecting with some VIPs, you might just have some money resources also coming your way. Maybe you will enjoy the company of the partner in relationship. Relatives will help you though. And also this is time for your reconciliation mode that you should have with your partner. Okay, write your terms and don't overcorrect. Okay, this is not the time for doing so. And also some kind of help when you need will be coming your way. I have seen that whenever moon is in the 7th house, people wear new clothes. When you wear new clothes, that means you're going out somewhere. So that is something when moon is in the 7th house does. Also then moon goes into your 8th house, which is the Chandra Ashtama. It is the most malefic placement, of course, of moon. So you can have some cough or fever or inflammation, bad health, eating out, and also it is not a good time for litigation. You can be maybe something gets stolen on this day, so you need to be cautious about that also. Don't overthink, don't be moody. This can make you very moody, and as it is the Aries sign also. It can bring about some mischievous behavior, many hardships, sufferings, and then you get the result. But don't worry, this is the time we all go through in a month, and this is the time when you should be working on your investments, on your reimbursements, on your insurance, your taxes, your inheritance, and also your paperwork. You can prepare everything, you can write everything, but you should not be filing that. When moon moves into your 9th house, you can then file your legal battles or anything to do with your court cases, etc. also. So that is something which you can do later. But yes, some kind of paperwork or interviews, you need to mellow down if you have anything lined up, because we cannot help it. If it is lined up by the company, you cannot say a no. So if you have to go, just have jaggery, little bit of jaggery in the morning. That's a hard and sweet, so you can have it in the morning, pop it in. And also when you're going entering the interview zone, you can just drop a little bit of jaggery and rice, a little pinch of rice you can carry in your hand and your palm, and you can just drop it outside the chamber where you're going for the interview. If you're doing it at home, you can drop it next to your workstation also. That's the remedy which I have been doing. It's an age-old remedy, and when you just drop this, it's like Surya and Chandrama, the other person, the authority. Moon is emotions. They will not supersede, they will not overpower you. You will be able to overpower the interviewers. So that's the remedy I keep giving everyone every time who come to me for personal consultations. And also depending on the affliction also, I add some other flavors as well. So here you need to be a little careful with Ketu energy also in your 12th house. You need to take care of your sleep. There can be digestive troubles, so do take care. Then moon moves into your 9th house on the 6th mid morning till the 8th mid morning, and that is when it is the ninth house. So you can do the paperwork, study, teach kids, academics. This is good for them, and also it is good for money talks, because Venus is in the second house. Also ninth house is good for it said that it is good for confidence level. You're writing something, it's good for the pregnant ladies also when we talk about the moon, because ninth is the fifth place is away from the fifth, so you can conceive also during this time. It brings in comforts, it brings in pleasure trips, enjoyment, and also happiness when moon is in the ninth house. Connect with your elderly people in the house and take their help and advice also, and this is going to be good for your rise in your status, also name and fame as well, as it is moon is going to be shifting to the 10th house energy also. And it is said that when moon is in the ninth house, it is going to be good for romance also. Why? Because it's fifth from fifth, so you can get into that zone as well. You can propose the person you're dating during this time as well. It's good when moon is in the Gemini sign from 8th morning till the 9th. Moon is going to be in your 10th house, so status is going to increase, work is going to increase, health is going to improve when it is in the 10th house, getting active. You might just connect with the government related authorities, or your paperwork, VIPs, or some new job opportunities coming your way as well. And it is going to give you that self-confidence when it is the 10th house. You might just be getting that those opportunities that you have been waiting for to grow productivity, and you're going to be working too much on this day also. So this might just be like poof, the difficulties go, poof, the work is done, the negative energy is gone, and it is like quickly getting finished off. So that is something, there's lots on your plate, but you're going to be finishing everything off also with the passage of the days. Okay, with the 8th and the 9th, I would suggest if you have to do anything, you will be able to. And also see, you must take care when Mercury is turning stationary, because your Lagnesh is turning stationary this week and will get retrograde also. So check the facts before jumping into conclusions, before communicating. So as I said in the beginning part, 11 times inhale and exhale before deciding or saying or uttering anything or shooting your email to someone. Okay, factual updates only. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Libra. Oops, what do? I keep pressing something or the other, then my desktop starts showing. I really like that image, by the way, that's why I put it up, so you can also take the picture of the same. So for Libra natives, there's a question also I will answer. So for Libra, this is the time when moon is going to be this week in your 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th houses. Okay, so 6th house is very positive, when you talk about moon's ingress or any of the planets who are malefics, and especially with moon with Saturn, this becomes a good placement. So this is good for your health benefits. You will get out of your money will come, and also licensing work and pleasures from the happiness from the female counterparts also, it's said that you will get. And also it is routine, you're going to be fixing your routine up, your calendar planning is going to take place. Now is the time when you should be focusing more on that. And also there is a possibility of starting a fitness regime, workouts. This is definitely the time when you should sweat it out, because Saturn is there in the water sign. So inflammation, health issues, if at all you have any, you should work out. And maybe moderation also, you can do some yoga, breathing exercises if you have any issues. This is a servitude, this is a caregiving sign also. So maybe you can be a caregiver, or you can help someone who's suffering, maybe connecting with your co-workers and helping them out if they are stuck somewhere. And there's a trinal connection with Jupiter also, Mars and Mercury also. So this might just bring about some overseas connection also. Investments might just trigger, and also travels can also happen when moon is in your Pisces sign. It's a Pisces energy, not the 6th house, Pisces energy also, because it is going to activate your overseas connectivity also. And also organize your tools and roster well. Okay, and then on the 4th. Okay, so on the 4th afternoon till the 6th morning, moon is going to be in your 7th house. 7th house is good for pleasure, bed pleasure. You can be compassionate with in relationship. You can also be, getting connected with your clients, talking something important, majorly discussions revolving around the business. Proposals might be coming in, and also maybe you're going to be making some important decisions. Also, it's said that when moon is in the 7th house, it is going to be about your purchasing of ornaments, wearing good dresses, clothes, or maybe you're traveling, moving. So this is also one way to look at moon in the 7th house. So maybe you're going to be meeting somebody on this day, so you're dressing up. It's said that you wear new clothes on this day. You are going to be purchasing some new clothes also. You can gain from the government, or there is some name and fame which you can anticipate. Maybe you're going to be name, fame, as in like you will be getting those awards that you expected. Maybe there's a rise in income, there's a rise in your salary, increment is there. So that is what I call a name and fame, is as in like everybody is just appreciating you at the place of work. So that way your efforts are succeeded. So that is one thing to look at, moon in the 7th house, and good for relationship, good for spousal relationship, as well as starting a new relationship. Ketu is in the Leo sign. I've seen people having a lot of breakups during this time in romance, in their romantic relationships. They're having some breakups. I've heard this often because of Ketu energy prevalent in the Leo sign. And people are getting away, they are working long hours and not getting into the entertainment zone because of Ketu also in Leo zone. And then moon moves into your 8th house, and this is called the Chandra Ashtama. This is little uneasy. You might just have some cough, inflammation, blood related issue. Mars is also looking your digestive troubles. Eat right. You can maybe you have to drive very safely on this day as well. And also it is the time when you might just have some issues at the workplace also, because the 10th lord is in the 8th house. So you need to focus more on your job. Maybe you have to be more meticulous, take it easy, take time, and then decide about your submissions. Don't do it in haste. It is good for claims, nominees, wills, inheritance, and your what do you call, insurance, etc. But it is not that great for making important decisions. So change of job, etc., you should not be doing like that. Yes, so if you have given the interview on the 29th, so how can I say you will be selected or not? How can I say that? See, this week it is little tough from 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning, because it is going to be moon in the 8th house. So you need to take care of your mental setup. If there is a no also, remember there is something better coming your way, because Saturn is turning direct also soon, and Mercury is turning retrograde. Even if you get a job this week, maybe there is a reversal soon. So you need to be prepared for these things. I'm not demotivating you, I'm not demoralizing you, I'm not giving you any negative news. But do remember, whenever the planetary shifts are such, moon is such, for Libra native especially, so it's not the time that you should expect too much or positive news this week at least. Okay, maybe once Mercury is completely retrograde, or maybe when you are Monday, should be on Monday. So Monday is 3rd, 4th afternoon. That means it is going to be in the Pisces sign. Yeah, it could be. It can be the day, because Jupiter is also looking here, so it can trigger your job, as it is Jupiter is transiting your 10th house. So that way it is very positive. I would suggest, if you want to, you can take it up, but be careful about the write-ups. If you have anything which is written, anything which is not in your favor, so you need to be cautious about that as well. You cannot make any decisions in haste. Read the documents really well. Lastly, moon will be in your 9th house also, again very positive. You're going to be maybe visa, admissions, advice, tickets, slots, stabilizing your public image, name, fame, etc., which is going to enhance. So it is good for you, and future is looking better. You're going to be very confident. Maybe there is some some kind of agreement that you're going to be signing also. You're going to be reading some Sanskrit text, or maybe some book texts which are classical text or classical books which you are going to be getting inclined to. It is going to give you that comfort, happiness, and public image is also going to enhance. So all that, we can anticipate. It's a mixed week, I would say. Initially it is good, then midweek it is little okayish, then towards the end it is better. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, so for, I don't know, I just thought it just came into my mouth. So now coming to the Scorpio sign. So for Scorpio, your Lagnesh is in your first house also. So this is a good week for you any which ways, when moon is transiting your 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th houses this week. Yes, to start with, it is not that great for your connectivity with the people or maybe your partner. It can be that you can have some issues with kids, your children, or maybe because of kids or to the kids, or maybe, your progeny, your conception, etc. You can have some issue here. But it is also not good for your relationship, a romantic relationship. You might just be very tempted to break the relationship or get into that zone of X relationship, or triangular relationship. So just do not get into that mode, because this can bring about some issues. Celebrate, but you should, if you have to, be happy with smaller things that you have achieved in life. You're looking for bigger and better and growth and that bigger picture that you're looking at, and you're not getting it. So it is not that time period when you should not those days. For 3rd and 4th, you should avoid getting into any kind of arguments also. And also this will be a little too much into the entertainment is also not good. Too much into the physical pleasures is also not good. Saturn is as it is there. So it's better that you lie low on this day. And also worries can grow, misery can grow, suffering might mount up on this day. Some shocking news can come up on this day also. I don't want to say only negative things only, but yeah, when it is about your 5th house energy, so it is good for your children, for creativity. You can be more creative, and joy comes in towards the end of the 4th afternoon onwards. So if you're not indulgent, I think then it is good. And if you are making peace with the arrangement that you have with your partner or with children, then it's fine. Be by their side, rather than just drifting away from them and just flowing against them. That's not right. Then moon moves into your 6th house. 6th house is a good time period for starting some new workout regime, or hiring, compliance, maintenance, rest. You might just be overproductive, but you're doing too much. Ketu is there in the 10th house, so there's lots on your plate. So that is something you have to be cautious about. Enemies will come to terms also on this day. Maybe there's some legal battle that you're going through, and you will get that reconciliation thing also. So there is a full moon energy, so it might just trigger that. Also, it's good for starting some fitness regime. After the full moon is over, you can lose weight if you have been gaining weight also. Mars is there in your 1st house, good for energies, but not good for aggression, impulsive energies. Okay, so that is something you have to be careful about. Liaising with new females, happiness questioned might come up at the workplace also, from the 4th to the 6th morning. And then 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning, moon is going to be in your 7th house. So that's the time when you can have some alliance with your co-workers, client negotiations, spousal relationship. Maybe you're going to be having some private talks and signing some MOUs and documents, etc. also. That is something which is going to be favorable for you in case you have to travel. This is a good time. Purchase of ornaments, jewelry, clothes, traveling, this is good time. You might just connect with the VIPs, government officials also on this day. There is some help and some kind of support from the outer world outside you, like in your core circle, but not you yourself, not your spousal relationship I'm confining to, but people you're connecting with. Anyone apart from you, you'll be connecting with, and you will get that support. Then lastly, moon is going to be in your 8th house. That's called the Chandra Ashtama. So it's good for reimbursements, good for insurance, taxes, etc. Don't be too investigative on this day, and also don't be on the secret mode. There can be some secret spendings on this day. That is something you have to take care. Eating secretly is also a sin. You might just have some stomach related issues or disorders, and that is something you have to be careful about. There can be some mischievous thought process also, jealousy, maybe some kind of self punishment in a way. You're thinking negative about yourself also, so that is something you have to be careful also. But yes, it is good for getting into the research work or anything where you can learn more, read some scriptures, read some classic texts or something which gives you that knowledge. It is an in-depth kind of an energy when moon is in the 8th house. So utilize these 2 dates when moon is in the 8th house, from 8th to the 9th. Read something where you gain some knowledge, something which is going to be not superficial but in depth. So that is going to be really helpful for you. And take care of your health on this day. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. I need to rush because I have a reading, and then I have Sundarkand also. You all know every Tuesdays and Saturdays I have Sundarkand. So I'll finish the reading quickly, and then after that I will have the Sundarkand part. Okay. Now coming to the Sagittarius sign. For Sagittarius natives, moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th houses this week. So when we talk about the 4th house, it is about home, it is about lease, repairs, mother's needs, and also insurance claims might be supported. When we talk about the 4th house energy, you must have been traveling, now you've come home. It can give you stomach issues, or you want rest and your body needs that, you're going through some pain or something. You can be very nostalgic also, I must tell you. Your some memory just surfaces on this day. But you're working from home, maybe you're spending too much time at home on this day, or you're fixing some leakages at home, or something to do with your connection with your homeland also. There can be some kind of money which can be spent on this day which you never planned for, and there can be some impediments in or obstacles or hurdles in your maybe renovation or something which you're doing at home. So, or maybe some paperwork that you're signing to purchase the property, etc. So that is something you need to be prepared for. Just read the documents carefully. Then moon moves into your Aries sign on the 4th afternoon to the 6th morning, and that's your 5th house energy. 5th house is about creativity, romance. It's about your PR, scripts, networks, may just bluster, and also launch small, legally tight on this day. And also there can be some kind of sickness to your children, to you, or maybe you can suffer some kind of stomach pain on this day. Also it can be that you have an ex relationship triggering also on this day, and it can be a little difficult for you to pick and choose whom to stay with. And that is where your mind, it is the intellect which works. So you need to take care of all those energies. Which one I must choose? Which one, as in the situation I'm talking about, not who, but which situation. All right. And take care of your belongings. Don't be too much into entertainment mode, because it is the 5th house zone also. Learn something new. Also there's a full moon on this Aries sign on the 5th house. So it's good if you can be more creative. You want to start some investment planning, etc. You can do it on this day. Something new comes up when moon is in your 5th house. Then moon moves into your 6th, and 6th house is the house of routine. It's a good placement. Enemies will come to terms, legal battles maybe you will win, health process day, and also some backups, hospital, insurance work might be there. You are going to be reconciling with your with the people you have been having some problems with till now. Also you might just be a caregiver, or maybe you're going to be reconciling with your subordinates at the workplace. You're going to be this is a servitude attitude. You might just visit a religious place on this day, and you just want to donate something. So that is also good. And also some pleasure from your workouts, routine. You're going to be fixing up some routine also. What should I eat? The dietary or your workout routine you're going to be fixing as well. Mars is looking here, so you might just be going in for some rigorous exercises. Just be careful. Saturn is also looking here, so sweat it out, but don't stress on your muscles too much. Okay, the muscle mass is losing. Okay, lastly, moon is going to be in your 7th house, and that's when a moon is in Gemini sign, 8th mid-morning till the 9th. It's in the 7th house. So this is good for connecting with other people, traveling, wearing new clothes, buying new clothes also. Maybe, you'll be getting money from other sources, maybe relationship, maybe business, maybe some proposal, some mediations are going to take place, and also there is goodwill, rise in goodwill also. You're going to be actually availing that goodwill, on those, because of your goodwill in the reputation, you are going to be making some good chunk of money also. So this is good for you. Overall, a good transit, I would say, this week. And to start a new business, any business proposal that you're getting, you can definitely do something of that sort in this week also. A sign only what's crystal clear. Until unless you are not confident, don't sign any papers, otherwise it will be a big time issue later, with Mercury also turning stationary retrograde. And then Moon will be also next week in your 8th house. So that is why I'm telling you from now itself, take care of your mental setup and don't sign and regret later. Okay, read the documents really carefully. If you want to start any relationship, new relationship, spousal relationship is going to get better, and a new partnership business can also trigger on this day. So sign papers and read papers very carefully. Document everything. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. All right. For Capricorn natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th houses. So when Moon is in your 3rd house, this is a good time period for happiness, comforts, maybe, clothing, jewelry, and also it is good for connecting with your children. It's the 11th from your 5th house. So maybe with your relationship, romantic relationship also, this is good. Maybe some sexual relationships, relationship is going to trigger with your partner. Also, all endeavors will be successful. Travels, confidence, courage, all these are the key themes. Paperwork, writing, maybe signing some documents, short trips, visa, journey, also siblings, neighbors, siblings, reconciliation. Partner will assist you because Jupiter is there. So maybe you're going to be reading some scriptures on this day. You're going to be maybe reading something which is going to enhance your knowledge. So that is also your intellect, is going to get better when Moon is here. So that day from 3rd to the 4th, use this time period. Then 4th to the 6th morning, Moon is going to be in your 4th house, Aries. Ketu is in trine. So there can be some kind of, mental health may suffer, or maybe you're going to be too much emotional. It makes you too emotional when Moon is in your 4th house. And also it is it can give you stomach pain, or you can have some issues with your mom. So take care of all these things and avoid late night signatures or late night parties also. Maybe you're going to be repairing something, renovating on this day something which is broken. And Ketu is also breaking, starting from scratch, small minuscule level. So there can be some fear of swimming or going near the water also during this time period. Health can suffer, so just take care, your mother's health as well as yours. And you can be very emotional also during this time period. You're working from home, as it is we have a full moon in your 4th house, so maybe you're going to be having some new thoughts which are coming in, and you're going to be planning something different and something new also on this day. But don't initiate it, because this is not the time to initiate anything, because you're at home. So this is like a sedentary kind of a place, not a but it is an initiator sign. So you can maybe start something, let it be on the paper, let it be on your mind. I always say that write it up, write down everything, and then you're good to go. And then Moon moves into your Taurus sign, the house of creativity, on the 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning. So that is when Moon is going to be in your 5th house. Children, creativity, entertainment, romance, all these are the key themes. Investments, maybe you are going to be investing also, but it can give you some health issues also. There can be that you are going to be suffering some losses on this day in property, or maybe investments that you've already made. So just it's okay, calm down, don't get little worried and take more wrong decisions. That's something you have to be cautious about. And when you're driving, don't drive with that mental setup. That's something you need to be careful about. And Jupiter is looking at you, your 1st house. There's a big time saving grace. 3rd house is protected. Mars and Mercury are being aspected by Jupiter. So don't worry about all these things. It's a temporary phase. It will definitely get better. Then good for starting a new romance also. Maybe you will meet a potential partner on this day. Then moon moves into your Gemini sign, house of routines, house of caregiving, house of small dues, house of reconciliation, or maybe, overcoming your enemies and partners and competition. That's happening on the 8th mid-morning till the 9th, and you will definitely want to be an achiever. You might just get the help that is required on this day. So it's good if you are going in for some workouts, you're going to be starting something new, some routine planning is happening. Okay, I need to be a caregiver, I must connect with an NGO, I must connect with with a hospital. All these will be there, the key themes when moon is here. Also, it's for pets. You might just connect with your friends or family, and you just bring in a pet. You just keep an animal or a pet at home. So that is also quite possible. You might just connect with the female counterparts even more. Venus is in trine to this zone also, not to forget. Rahu is also there. So you need to be cautious about your words. Don't communicate and confide everything and anything with people you think that you can trust. They might not be the trustworthy ones. So maybe they backstab you later. So that is something that office politics happens. So you have to be careful. Ketu is in your 8th house. You need to take care of your digestion. You can have some problems in your stomach often with Ketu in your 8th house, because what you're eating is your 2nd house. So eat right and you will be able to have an exit right also. Okay. So this is what is the key theme of this week, and things are going to get better and better with the Mercury also turning retrograde. Things are going to get better for you, and then moon's movements are also good the upcoming week. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. So for Aquarius natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your one sec. Moon is going to be transiting. I have to take it a little back. Okay. Moon is going to be transiting your 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th houses this week. 2nd house is about budget, taxes, and also it is about your because it is in your 2nd house. So it's food, finances, family. So you can have either not good food, cold foods, or maybe there is some lack of peace, or your mind is wavering on this day with Saturn also there. Maybe you have made some expenditures which you never expected, and you're feeling very uncomfortable because of that. So you need to plan your budget. You need to squeeze into the finances also. You don't have to spend unless it's really, really essential. Okay. And this might just be bringing about some unwanted expenditure also, I've seen with 2nd house. And take the help and advice of your family members. They might just help you. Steady bills when process is steady. Okay. And this might just be little disheartening, on the 3rd and the 4th. Maybe you feel, oh, nothing is working my way, things are not moving, I'm just putting effort, nothing is happening. So that is something you need to work on. So 11 breaths, as I say always, 11 breaths and you're good to go. Recite Om for 3 times, stretched Om, elongated Om, Om, like that. So depends, you want to say Om, it's right. If you want to say Om, it's right. Nothing is wrong on this planet. So just try to absorb the positive energies from the negatives also. When you're reciting wrong, it's okay, at least you're doing something. If somebody is saying you're reciting wrong, please relax, it's okay. If I'm reciting wrong, it's okay. I'm doing something which is bringing positive energy, at least in my body. There's no harm. At least you're doing something, so do it. And then moon moves into your 3rd house, the house of communication, on the 4th afternoon till the 6th. So good again. See, after the 2nd house, it is now again the 3rd house. Very good. So maybe, you're traveling, some peace is there, mental peace is there. You're buying some jewelry, clothes, travels, connecting with your children. This is also 11th from the 5th house. So children, it's giving you that confidence, that that boost, courage is there. You're making some major moves now with the Aries rising. You are going to be promoting yourself. Sales are increasing, PR is increasing, you're connecting with people, and this is good for your replies also. Be polite though in whatever you're speaking with others, because there's a full moon energy also in your 3rd house. So it might just give you that kind of flavor, whether I should not, those kinds of energies are also going to be there. But yes, when moon is in your, and connect with your siblings and neighbors also on this day and reconcile. When moon moves into your 4th house, it's exalted, 6th mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning. mid-morning. So this is the time when it is going to be opposite Mars and Mercury also. Very good for your workplace, at home, maybe you're working, you're fixing those leakages, etc. also. But it does make you work, you're slogging it out, no peace. Maybe you're renovating and you're not able to decide the color what you want to make, want to paint the area where you want to, or maybe some repairs or fixing something is going on and you're very uneasy. Some kind of uneasiness is there. Also there can be some tasteful messaging, because Venus is there in your ninth house. Also this can bring about that security alarm or something you're fixing also in the fourth house when moon is. So that is good. And maybe you will be connecting with your mom on this day, calling your friends over, maybe treating them with home cooked foods. You're very emotional, you're thinking about your past also when moon is in the exalted, of course, in your fourth house. So maybe you're going to be calling your friends over who are your childhood friends, and maybe you're cooking for them, maybe taking the help of your mom. And you can also, when moon is in the fourth house, I've seen people having fear or insecurities also. Emotions are very heightened, when moon is in the fourth house. You suffer impediments, obstacles, hurdles, and you feel, oh, I'm bogged down. What should I do? So maybe, your old friends will help you. Okay, take their help, take their advice, connect with your siblings. Then moon moves into your fifth house, and that's when it is mid-morning till the ninth. And celebrate with kids, spend more time with your family on this day. Also some kind of movie you will be watching, entertainment is also going to be there because it is Gemini sign as well. Avoid risky speculative trades on this day, I would suggest, because Mercury is a stationary direct retrograde, so just avoid all of that. But yes, this is good for your plugging those wasteful expenditures when moon is here. In your romance, you can have some confusion, or maybe you're expecting too much from your partner, and maybe there is a fight or an argument or a quarrel, and then you are just thinking of breaking up. So don't do that. Give it some time. Maybe things will fall in place, things will get better. And this can be the loss of status also, because from the 10th it is the 8 places away. So maybe there is something which is not acknowledged, or some project that you submitted is not accepted. So it can bring about some issues here and there also. Okay, I'm in a rush, I'm so sorry, but I will not be able to take the questions now, so I'm so sorry. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. Actually the reading is going to start, so I have to rush, but I will complete the predictions at least for all the signs. Don't worry. Moon is going to be in your first, second, third, and lastly the fourth house this week. So when moon is in the first house, it's considered to be a cycle starting again from the beginning for the next 27 days. So it is going to be giving you overall respect. It is good for your learning more, conveyance, purchase of property, etc. Inherent features which are you were expecting to start reset mode actually. So it's good. Maybe you're going to be more disciplined, you're going to be just organizing everything very well. There is satisfaction, luster of body, you're just working on yourself, learning something, maybe reading a scripture, an old text also is quite possible. Good fortune is going to smile for the next so many days. So don't worry about it, things are going to be good. Delicious food, perfumes, it said so. And connecting with your partner sexually also is quite likely. Then moon moves into your second house, so cash discipline is required in the Aries sign from the 4th afternoon to the 6th afternoon. So price list, and maybe connecting with your family. It's the house of food, family, finance. There can be some fear of imprisonment, insecurities are there. So connect with your family members and take their help and advice, where to park my funds, how to plug the expenditure. Some unwanted expenditures also happen, and also humiliation you have to go through when moon is in the second house. So or untimely meals, cold food, so that is also there. And as it is, we are heading to a Purnima or a full moon also, so you can work on these things, you can plug those things, plug your expenditures also, nothing to worry. The body is tired, so mentally you must actually take the help of someone like an astrologer or a person who can guide you through. Also this is a good time for starting your dental treatment, eyes treatment also, if you have any thing to do with that. It is a short period, when it is in the second house, 4th afternoon to the 6th morning. Mid-morning till the 8th mid-morning, moon is going to be in your third house. So third house is about interviews, presentations, short journeys. This is good for mental peace, actually, comfort, satisfaction from all sides. Money is coming in. You will be, your children are going to be doing well because it's the 11th house from the 5th. So it's definitely very positive. Self-confidence is going to increase. You might just be happy because your brother, sister, they are doing well. Connecting with them is a good idea. And also you will be having a very cooperative partner also during this time. Your partner will be helpful. Visa, research, teaching, all that is going to trigger as well. It's an excellent window. And also back up your devices on this day, as it is Mercury is going to be stationary, retrograde. Then moon moves into lastly your 4th house. Now 4th house is the energy where you can have some stress levels can increase, or you can have stomach related issues. You are working from home, digestive disorders happen, but at the same time it is good for connecting with your family members, your childhood friends, cooking for your people, your own family members, home utility purchases, grocery shopping. You can do practical beauty buys. You can do also some kind of major or minor maintenance, orders are required, because Mercury is also going to get stationary, and Gemini is the sign ruled by Mercury. So this is something you can do. And also, you can renovate your place on this day. You can start it, but I would suggest avoid, because Mercury is going to be stationary on this day. Avoid anything to do with 4th house affairs. Just avoid. Don't pick up on anyone, any kind of argument or anything that can lead to issues in the relationship. Avoid. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone, and I hope you all enjoyed the readings, and see you soon. I will be making many videos in this month. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.